Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market News and Views by Money Stocks. Today is Friday, October 19th, 2012. Yes, it is the 25-year anniversary of the 1987 stock market crash. Always a scary date. Let's take a look at the markets today. We'll start off with the S&P 500 E-mini futures. You will see that the futures are trading a little bit lower by just 3.25 points. So again, futures are trading down this morning ahead of the opening bell. That just means that the U.S. dollar index is probably trading higher, and sure enough, the dollar is catching a bid today. The U.S. dollar index is trading higher by 16 cents to 79.59 per contract. And anytime the dollar is higher, the futures should, not should, but usually are lower, and that's really just the way it goes. Now, if the dollar fades around the open or after the open, I suspect that the markets will get a bid. The S&P will probably trade higher if the dollar starts to trade lower. But right now, the dollar's holding up pretty well, so we'll see how it plays out. Today is a Friday. Often on a Friday, the market will die out after the first couple of hours. It is also options expiration today, so take that into account as well. Generally, the markets will get very, very quiet after the first couple of hours. So it is an options expiration. Maybe you'll get a little bit of shaking and baking going on around the open the first 90 minutes. After that, things will get quiet. So that's what we expect, at least today. Normally on Friday, we look for a flat to slightly positive day. Today, you never know. Maybe we'll get a little bit of a downside since we had earlier in the week a lot of upside. So that's sometimes how it plays out. But we don't expect any major downside. But hey, then again, you do have the 25-year anniversary from the 1987 stock market crash. So you'd never know what can happen. So we'll just see. Let's take a look at oil and gold this morning. We'll start off with gold. Gold is down about $10 this morning to $1,735 an ounce. Again, the dollar is stronger. Gold is weaker. Gold has been a little bit on the softer side as of late. Take a look at the GLD, which is trading around the 168 level. GLD closed at 168.79 yesterday, so a little down ticking there on the GLD. And again, spot gold is down. The dollar is higher. Let's take a look at oil this morning. Oil, believe it or not, is higher by 10 cents to $92.21 a barrel on light sweet crude. That's what we use here in the United States. In Europe, they do use Brent crude. Let's take a look here at the USO, which is a good proxy for oil here in the U.S. USO is trading at 34.21, closed at 34.07, so it's up a little bit, reflecting that little small move in the spot price of light sweet crude. So again, oil's holding up very, very well, even with the dollar getting a little bit of a bid, and that's a bit unusual. But then again, you do have geopolitical events and some other issues out there going forward. So we'll have to wait and see how that all plays out. But right now, oil is slightly higher. All right, let's take a look at a lot of different stocks out there after reporting earnings. We're going to start off with Google. Google yesterday had the glitch where they reported earnings early. I'm still showing a fair amount of support down here for Google around the 695 level. But that level was already tested yesterday. The only level I see for Google now would be 666. Scary number, but that's going to be a support level, and then 640.80. I don't know if Google will even trade down there. I don't suspect that it even will do that, but if it does, those are your bounce levels: 666, and then 640.80, maybe 640.50, somewhere around there. That's a pretty good level for Google as well. So those are your only two levels today to watch for on Google. Other than that, we'll see how it trades. It may trade just in a range. You get a lot of spinning going on. It's people saying it's great, people saying it's not so great. Who cares? Let's just watch the price action. Do whatever the charts tell us to do. That's really all that matters. Let's take a look at Microsoft. Mr. Softy is getting hit a little bit here. Not down that much. It closed at 29.49 yesterday. Today it's trading right around 28.97. There's not a lot to do with Microsoft unless it gets down to the 27.80 level. 27.80. You could play it for a bounce there. You can also play it for a bounce, scalp bounce, that is. Nothing more than that. You could also play it for a scalp bounce at 26.62. So those are your levels on Google right now, and I suspect 26 even number would have even more support if it did get down there. But those are your levels for Microsoft at the moment. Nothing else that I'm seeing really right there. Let's take a look at SanDisk. This one is catching a pop today. SanDisk closed yesterday at 42.86. This is a strong gap up, so you want to respect it right now at the moment. You can see here SanDisk making a pretty robust move. Once the market closed yesterday, I'll go to this 10-minute chart so you can see it better. But yeah, pretty good move on SanDisk this morning. The only resistance level I'm seeing here on SanDisk is around $48. I'm not sure it gets up there. I'm not even sure if it's a great fade candidate today because of the strong gap up, but that is going to be the resistance level. So if you own it, around that level, make sure you lock in some gains or trail your stop. And aggressive traders, depending on how the pattern looks, maybe it could be scalp short, but we'd have to see more of a pattern since it's still $2 from that area. Let's take a look at Athena Health. This one is getting roasted and toasted. ATHN. This one closed yesterday at $80.07. It's now trading at $69. Let's see what we come up with for support. Well, you're at the first support level, which is 69. So there is support for this thing right around the 69 area, maybe 68.85. After that, though, it's going to be 62.51. So keep that on your radar. After that, it's going to be 55.05. So you're going to look at $69 is where it is now. You can see how it's being defended there. Then it's going to be 62.58, 62.51, and 55.05. Those are all your bounce levels for Athena. This one's a weak gap down, so I do suspect we will get some bounces in this name. Let's take a look at McDonald's. MCD is the ticker here. Everybody's favorite hamburger and fries. Right now, McDonald's is trading at $90.40. It closed at $92.86. This is a pretty good decline for McDonald's. I'm showing good support around this $90 area. So that area actually was tested a little while ago, and it held. So that area is still pretty good support right at $90. After that, it's going to be $89.22 and then $88.17. So those are your bounce areas for McDonald's. This is a fairly strong gap. It's not super strong, just decently strong. $90, $89.22, $88.17. That's what you're looking at for McDonald's right now. Marvell. Emails have been pouring in about this one. This stock closed at $8.83, traded as low as it looks like around the $7.45, $7.50 level, getting a little bit of a bid now. I have nothing on it. There's no real reason to own this one as far as I'm concerned. Whether it's good or bad, sad or mad, I have no idea where this one wants to go. So again, Marvell, the next big support level for this thing is probably around $7 and maybe even as low as $5, but there really is no trade on this stock for us as scalpers in the morning. Let's take a look at Riverbed. Riverbed's having a solid day. RVBD. This one is holding up pretty well today. It closed at $20.69, trading at $22.66. This is a strong gap up. Riverbed looks pretty solid. I don't have a great level on this one until the $25.40 level. There's going to be a very good amount of resistance there. And then it's really around the 26, Pierce of 26 area. So again, that's what you have to watch for on this Riverbed. But this is a pretty decent gap up, and it's a strong gap up. So, I wouldn't get in front of this thing on the short side until those levels. And I'm not even sure if I would short it even then because of the strong gap. Depends also on the market. The market's a little bit on the softer side today. So we'd have to see how this market ultimately plays out. I know there's some other names out there that I'm probably missing, but I can't let this video go too long. I can't get too many of them in. But I'm going to leave it there at the moment, and we'll just see how this market plays out today. Again, keep an eye on the dollar. The dollar will tell you everything you need to know. If the dollar starts to fall, the markets will get a little bit of a bid up. And don't forget, it is Options X, so you still got to be aware of the institutional game playing that will go on at least during the first couple of hours of trading. With that said, everybody, have a great weekend. God bless you all, and we'll see you on the charts on Monday. Take care.